Moin, sorry, I'm Catherine. I just hit Aimee and I'm still in bed with the amazing Marisa Matarazzo.
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
Yeah, and Aimee Bender. We just did a super fun interview that I'm going to link in the corner. Please go watch that, especially if you're looking for book suggestions, because we have a lot of nice book suggestions in that one. And now we are going to do the Nope book tag, and we're all completely unprepared. So bear with us. I'm going to put the link to the original video, to the creator of the book tag, in the description. Maybe I'm also able to link it. I'm able to link it in the corner. I'm going to link it in the corner too. So that's going to happen. And now I'm going to start with Nope ending. Okay. So a book ending that made you go nope, either in denial, rage, or simply because the ending was crappy.
Okay, I can take that one first.
Okay.
So there's this book, Remainder by Tom McCarthy, which is a really interesting book. And the first half, it's very slow and quiet, and it's really, really weird. And it has its whole pages about recreating the liver smell from his childhood. It's super compelling. And in the end of the book, it gets kind of plotty. There are big events that happen. And I was really disappointed because I really felt like the emotional depth of that book was in the small, and that the writer... I don't know if this is true, but it just felt like there was some push to make stuff happen. And I felt like it was happening on another plane. And I was disappointed.
That's good.
But I still would recommend the book because it's really resonant. The first 2/3, super resonant.
And I think that, if you've had this warning before you go into the novel, then you can enjoy it even more, because then it won't be such a huge letdown. Yeah, if it doesn't go your way in the end, because you knew that it's not going.
Yeah, and some people might really like it, but for me, it was just I trusted that slowness a lot. Yeah,
oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I can't think of a single ending of anything I've ever read in my whole life right now.
I love it.
Have I finished a book?
Have you? We just established that you have read Aimee's book, so obviously you were good with her.
Yeah, her endings are great. Yeah.
Okay.
But I like how about a quote about the ending? Who says this? Oh, this is another fail of memory. Something about, is it that a story doesn't it just you choose a place to stop? Who says that?
I don't know, because it doesn't.
Right, but also the ending can. Oh.
If you remember, we're going to put it in the description.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. We're trying to put every book we mention into the description. If you don't get the title when we say the title, or the author when we say the author, then so
good.
Second one, Nope. Protagonist, a main character you dislike and drives you crazy.
Thinking. See, I like unlikable characters. Yeah. I like it when they do things that I don't like. Like she was talking about Why Did I Ever in the other section that we did, and that character does things that are sometimes surprising, but it's also really pleasing.
Yeah.
So it's and I like passive characters. Some writing teachers will be like, you can't have a passive character, but I sometimes, like Murakami has loads of passive characters, and I find them super compelling and receptive. So I just don't like a character that feels like they are a pawn in the hand of the writer, but I feel like I'm going to try to avoid those books, so I don't know. I don't like it when I feel like the writer is moving the character to make things happen for the writer. I want that character to just move around on their own.
Okay.
I have a similar experience. I like unlikable characters, like capital U unlikable, and also lowercase u unlikable, where maybe I just don't even have chemistry with the character, but I'm still interested in hanging out with them in their lives. And so I actually don't have that experience of characters. I feel like I would only dislike a character if I dislike the writing, or if the character seemed flat or not believable as a complex human.
Right. Exactly.
Do you remember any recent characters that you felt were falling completely flat?
I think I don't read those books. I would start that and be like, oh, there's something in this writing that I don't respond to, and I think this is not the thing that I need to spend time on.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Yeah. Nope series, a series you read that turned out to be you on a huge pile of nope after.
A series.
Do you read series? I've read some series, but I've liked them all because it's the same thing. Well, there's also a series, like I just read the Rachel Cusk trilogy. That's a super literary series. So satisfying, so good the whole way. But it's like, it would be hard to continue a series if I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Even like the worst series in terms of like literary value I ever read was in high school when I was obsessed with the Sweet Valley High books, which are like these like bubblegum. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like just, it's not good writing. They're just like every chapter, it's like every book, you know, reestablishes the characters to be like, the sisters who were, this one was like this and the man that they like, you know, whatever. It's all just, I read all of those, and I think those still taught me something about conventions of plot that then I could upend.
Okay.
So,
but that's looking at it from an author's perspective. But as a reader, you would now say,
there's a great liberation in starting a book or a series and then just letting it go if you don't like it. I mean, there's too little time. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm that kind of reader too, where I don't feel compelled to have to finish a book because I've started it.
Yeah.
I have been all of my life, and I'm trying to get to the point where I actually manage to just put books away if I'm not into them.
Totally. You can feel when you're nourished, you know, you can feel when the words are going in you.
Yeah. That's true. Nope. Popular pairing. A ship you don't support. And, you know, I didn't know what ships are, but ships are obviously relationships. Yeah, exactly.
Super literal.
So,
ship,
I mean, that's
boat.
that's how BookTube talks. A ship. So like a pairing in a novel that you did not go for. Or that you just didn't want to get together. And like, as long as you're thinking, I can just say, I just don't care too much for like relationships and like romantic relationships. And I mean, I like a good romance.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that invested in the romantic part of a story. And if it has nothing besides the romantic part, then
right.
So I really, I never have an answer for that, because it's like a constant question in those tech videos, and I'm like always like, I don't care.
I love a relationship story.
I love relationship stories. I like friendship stories.
I love a love story.
But I wouldn't
have them.
But I can I never can come up with a novel that I would think, oh, I have voted for other people to get together. I would not voted for them to get together. So it makes if they get together, it makes sense to me. And if somebody not gets together, I mean, I didn't care for the whole Twilight triangle situation, because it was just
so Leonard Michael's Sylvia, that is a really fraught, tumultuous,
I don't know that,
like devastating relationship, which I wouldn't vote for them not to get together, because it was extraordinary, and they tortured each other, but in a way that made for really good writing and really good story, and like their dysfunction together was so rich and fraught and lively. So I think, I don't know, put them all together and
see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah.
There's this great story, The Husband Stitch by Carmen Machado, and with the book that came out this past year, and it's so interesting because it's a relationship, it's a marriage that is both like working and not working at the same time, and it's just super compelling. So you're not rooting for it to work or not work, you're just so interested in seeing how the character is, there is an attraction there that's compelling, and there's also like a trauma that's built in. Have you read that story? Yeah, I think it's such an interesting story, and just very interesting about women and men, and sort of just things that connect and don't connect. So I really like how she handled that, because it just feels really layered. Like you just can't land on any side, you know, it's just really layered.
I just remember that I actually think I do have one, but I can't remember the book. It was like a YA coming out story, and I didn't absolutely not get why the girl was falling for the other girl, because the other girl was just awful.
Right.
I'll put it in the description. I can look it up later at home.
Well, was it that character didn't...
No, I didn't like the girl she was. I didn't like the girl she was falling for, and I didn't get why she was falling for her. Also, like it didn't. It story wise and like character wise of the main character, it didn't even make too much sense to me why she was falling for the person. Yeah. I'll put it in the description. If I look at my books, I will know which it was. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to think about it now. It will take too long. I know. I know it's here, but yeah. Nope. A plot twist you didn't see coming or didn't like. I didn't see coming doesn't count for a nope.
Right.
Plot
That's a
twist.
yep.
Exactly.
That's a total
exactly.
yep.
That's a total yep.
The
Plot twist you
Maybe
didn't like.
you did see coming. Yeah.
I feel like I don't notice these things in books as much as I notice them in like movies or something. Because I
You
feel
can
like
go
if
for a
I'm
movie.
reading,
Go for a movie.
if I'm reading the book and I've just kept with it,
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be terribly disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I'll stop if I feel like we're heading down that road.
This is a yep. Can I change it? Can I change a nope into a yep?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
All right. But in George Saunders' story, Civil War Land in Bad Decline, there's this amazing moment. He does this a lot in his writing. But when just at the moment that you think you can predict what's about to happen, it happens in the next sentence. And so then it goes into new territory. So he always does it. I feel like almost at the same time that I'm arriving at a hunch about where the story's going to end, it's the next sentence, which means I'm back in the territory of not knowing what the end is. That's happened a few times with his work. And
that
sounds
so amazing.
It's amazing because it's like you then are back in unpredictability. And it's a great teaching tool too, to say like, if you as a writer are holding the ending and hoarding it, put it right then, because then you're back in the territory of unknown. And it's like, if you ever think you're gearing towards this revelation, reveal it immediately. So
Because that's like I have to do like a trope thing at one point, because that's like a trope that I hate in books. If you're always like, for half of a book, I've just listened to some Liane Moriarty things, and for the half of the book she's like building up the suspension to what actually happened, and I hate it.
Because you start to just know where it's headed.
Totally. And even if I don't know, I just let me know what it is, and then let me know how people deal with the shit.
Nice.
I
like that.
Yeah. And like the husband secret I actually did like, because although that happened, but the other one it was it's still a good story and it's still a good novel. Like I wouldn't say, But I just don't like it. I just don't like if people try to build up, and they try to build up so hard. It's like, I don't like it.
Yeah, good. I like that.
Okay.
Comment.
Nope. Protagonist action decision, a character decision that made you shake your head. Nope.
Oh, those are like all of them. I mean, I don't want to necessarily hang out with a protagonist who's making like really healthy, good decisions.
Right.
So it's like anything that's, oh no, you couldn't, come on, think of, but that just means I'm engaged and I care. About, So all of them.
Yeah. Right.
I
know what you mean. Well, and that back to Danzy Sana's new people. So the character like ends up being accidentally thought she's the nanny, and someone hands her a baby and then leaves, and she's not. She went in the wrong apartment because she's spying on a guy that she likes, and it's just so scary and amazing. And she's like it's terrifying and wonderful because it's so super active. It's real. That's a great read. It's just really funny and really sharp. And then there was one or other I was thinking of. Oh, Miranda July's book, The First Bad Man, I loved. And that character like is just putting herself through horrible situations, but there's a moment where the horrible situation suddenly turns. Like she has this roommate who's really, really mean to her, but then it actually becomes really intimate. Like it becomes a kind of like strange, and that's really, actually, I thought that was a tremendous shift, because you're just like hating this one character, and then it's actually the only character she's really clear.
And that would be sort of in the pairing, the ship.
Yeah,
right. That would be an interesting ship.
Yes. Clea, right? Is the I think it's.
Oh, you remember? I remember names.
Name. I don't think.
God.
Maybe. Might be.
Just remember her in shorts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was so that stuck with you. Okay. Nope. A genre you will never read.
There is no genre I will never read as long as the language is interesting. I read anything as long as it's told in an interesting
way. And there's a genuine feeling.
Yeah,
behind
genuine
the
feeling behind the language.
Yeah, which I stole from Amy Hempel. Interesting language and genuine feeling is what she looks for, and that makes perfect sense.
Totally. And can there be interesting language without genuine feeling? I don't know. Maybe there can. Maybe there could be like show-offy.
No, book format. Book format you hate and avoid buying until it comes out in a different edition. So I guess it means like ebook or hardcover paper, or like, I mean, you people do like different weird sizes for your books. We do not do that in Germany mostly.
You have a standard size.
Mostly. I mean, there are but mostly.
I don't like the ebooks. But,
I don't either. I like anything in paper.
Yeah,
I don't care what size, shape, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Although now I have to wear glasses, so if the font is teeny tiny,
I know.
I start to feel my age, and that's distressing.
Yeah,
I
get
to get those glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
9. Oh, here we are. Trope. A trope that makes you go nope. I've already said building up too hard.
Right.
To keeping
a good one.
A secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think mine would be that feeling of like, signaling like something where you feel like you're being overly guided and it all feels like it's in the writer's mind and they're kind of leading you along, and I just want to be in more of the open space.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you really feel that the author has a very strict idea and is building is trying very hard to get it across, and I don't like that either.
Yeah, anything that's not nuanced. I mean, if it feels like, oh, I've seen this 1,000 or read this, but also I think that seen it 1,000 times, or if it translates to film or TV, and if I'm like not reading for that, and if it's doing that, then I'm disappointed.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, if it's not doing what a book can do versus TV or film.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Nope. Recommendation. A book recommendation that is constantly hyped and pushed, and you simply refuse to read.
A book that is constantly hyped.
Oh, I caved. I did not want to see All the Light. I cannot see All the Light.
Oh, the book. Yeah.
Because I'm not into World War II novels because I've read it all. I've heard it all, and I think it's important to still be informed about it.
Yeah.
But I feel it's like so difficult to write about that and not be annoyingly not too less judgmental or strange, like it's not my thing. And then I've read it because I thought I would be doing book talk with this guy, and then it didn't happen after all. And
he's great, by the way, so hopefully it will work out.
Anthony Doerr?
Yeah, like really one of the nicest.
And I mean, I sort of do.
He could also write about me. I would give him from we've taught together. Yeah,
nice. That's good to know.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was bad. You know, it was just that
it was the topic.
It was the topic, and and I felt weird about the setting, but
you're allowed. The My Struggle books, the Nosgard books. I read the first one and I actually really loved it, but I felt, and I still feel, this strong inclination that if I'm ever to read any more of him, I'll read the first one again, and I don't feel like reading anymore. And I don't totally know why, except there's something about like the level of minutia that I feel like I don't know. It's like I would want to reread and enjoy that first one as opposed to feeling like I need more information about him. I'm more interested in
I keep thinking of the ones that we were all supposed to read that I have not read Moby Dick.
Yeah, that's really good.
And I'm not sure I'm going to.
Right.
Although in my ideal version of myself, I've already done it. Right? Like I still even in my ideal version of myself, I'm not sure I will have the focus to sit down and do that.
Yeah.
But there's that where I'm like, oops, I'm missing that.
Yeah. I have loads of those.
Yeah.
But not because I do not want to read them.
Right.
You know, that's nope. Cliche pet peeve. A cliche or writing pet peeve that always makes you roll your eyes. What's the difference between a pet peeve and a trope?
Well, it's
smaller.
And tropes don't have to annoy you.
Right. That's
okay.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and a pet peeve is something that does annoy you. Okay.
Yeah.
I hate it when anyone is described as perfect, like a perfect body.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. Ick.
Who cares?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a sparkle in their eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always a twinkle, a twinkled eye. Yeah.
I also hate the word aroma.
Oh, nice.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Super specific.
That is very specific.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hate the word webinar, but I have not seen I have not seen it in any literature, but that's my current top number one word hate. It's an ugly word.
Yeah, it is ugly. Oh, you know what I also hate? I hate it when things like Facebook are mentioned, like social media is referenced in writing as a way of like kind of covering a whole... I feel like it's leaned on to cover a whole human experience.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can think of when it's referenced is the actual picture of the Facebook screen, which I find really unattractive. Like it's very ugly. So it's like an ugly thing that is not
80s, isn't it? Yeah. Something about it. Sort of.
And it's not dealt with like, I mean, I suppose I'm totally available to read some kind of Facebook something dealt with nuance and that becomes interesting. But if it's just like thrown in there, I don't like the reference.
Yeah. I'm going to skip this one.
Okay.
Oh, nope. A book that should not have existed that made you say nope.
Oh.
I just don't think books should I think things exist and then you react to them.
Yeah, it's kind of also like being like, I don't care for that person, but should that person not be on the planet?
Right. Exactly.
No, that person should. I just don't have to drive them to the airport.
I don't have to read that book.
I'm not going to have to drive them to the airport.
I don't want to have them. I don't want to invite them.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. Villain. A scary villain antagonist you would hate to cross and would make you run in the opposite direction.
Well, the narrator of End of Alice is... I mean, it
She's
would
Anne
be...
Holmes, right?
Yeah.
End of Alice. I love her stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he's a convicted pedophile and murderer, so but also very compelling. Yeah. So would I, if I knew who he was, I think it'd be interesting to have a conversation, maybe like with some.
And Victor Laval has this great security guard, big machine that just has like this sort of aura of creepiness that are in all his books. And there is something scary about that, but I'm also attracted to it. I'm sort of repulsed and attracted. And I think the book kind of plays with that, with the reader.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Death. A character death that still haunts you. Death.
You had one.
So in the 5th grade, we read Bridge to Terabithia, and it was the first book I read where a character died that devastated me. I cried for a long time. Like I felt I'd lost a dear friend, and actually I can still sort of remember that sensation. Mm-hmm. I remember I finished it at my dad's office, and I walked into his office, and I was like, and it struck me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that one was was hard.
I guess I think of maybe Salinger, the banana fish story. There's a suicide. So like Perfect Day for Banana Fish. It's like a shocking turn in the story. Okay. It's maybe one where you're suddenly like things seem fine and then they're really not fine, and this level of surface and reality,
Yeah. I think I'm good because it's just the first thing that popped into my mind, The Time Traveler's Wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, you basically, I don't know. Is it spoiling? Do you know it from the beginning? Have you read it?
I have read it.
Do you know it from the beginning? Shit, if I just spoiled something for you. But I didn't say who dies.
You did not.
I did not. So, yeah. I mean, it sort of was...
Yeah.
It was coming, but it's still...
Yeah.
I mean, that's a love story, It
is.
I like love stories. It's definitely a love story, but it's a really good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we? I think we've reached the last question. Nope. Author. An author you had a bad experience reading for and have decided to quit. Reading for? Doesn't make any sense.
What does it mean?
But no, an author. Like author you don't want to read again.
Trying to think. No one's coming to mind at the moment.
No, me neither. Ever again? Like maybe, I don't know. I also have the experience of like trying to read something, having it not jive with my brain at that time.
Right.
Putting it away, and then several years later returning to it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I've like, some part has opened up and is ready.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
with many of the classics.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something on the top of your head that you just actually did absolutely not like say in the last year, something you've read this year that you did finish but did not like?
See, I won't finish it if I don't
Yeah,
like
me
it.
neither.
Yeah. So if I think of something I
have so many.
started, I have to think of something I started and then put back down.
Oh yeah.
I'm sort of picturing my nightstand.
I can't think. I
can't find
Yeah,
any.
it's just like an empty parking lot of my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to start.
Okay. All right.
So
Okay, good. We're clear.
I mean, I think we're all clear on the thing that saying never on a thing like this is weird. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say never.
Let's agree on that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It was so much fun.
Totally fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And bye, internet out there.
Bye.
Moin, I'm Catherine. Today I'm in bed with Aimee Bender and Marisa Matarazzo. You are both authors. Getting to the more, in bed with questions. Guys, girls,
Yeah.
what happened last night?